Okay, this is going to be a longer video than usual. I got a lot of things to cover. I want to get them out the way because a couple of things I've missed. Some news is just flying all over the place, and I want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the PS5, give you some clarity that I got from, thinking about this price. Happy birthday to the Dreamcast. I'm going to talk about that as well, give my thoughts and opinions, and something really neat is happening with the Dreamcast or the Dreamcast brand I thought was really cool. The Crew Motorfest is getting online patch, and I think the Crew 2 as well. And Street Fighter 6, 4 million sold. I got a question about that. So hopefully you guys hang around. Thank you guys for rocking with me. You guys are absolutely awesome. Over 710 subs, trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And this will happen only because of you guys interacting and me trying to do my best to give the best content possible. All right, let's just jump right into this. Look, man, I gotta take my glasses off of this. PlayStation 4 Pro. Listen, $700, $810 if you buy the stand and the disc add-on. I got some clarity behind this. I was thinking about this. I was going back and forth with it, and I was like, it's not for me. I said this in my video that I did earlier. And I was like, this isn't for me. I can't do this. And then I thought about it. I was like, maybe I can. I'll trade in my PS5. I think the PS5 right now, you can get almost $400 in store credit if you go to the infamous GameStop, which, yeah, that's an option. And I'll just get the PS5 Pro that way. And then I also thought about, I was like, you know what? I'm not about to go through all this. I'll just wait for the PlayStation 6. I don't see anything here that actually make me want to get the PlayStation 5 Pro because there is no games that's really benefiting from it. Not new games anyway. They got a lot of the older stuff that's going to be upgraded, but they don't have like this one or two great IP that's going to benefit from the Pro exclusively. And on top of that, it just seems like there's no games in general, enough games that are new to actually, go along with this console to benefit. Like I said in my other video, if there's a lot of games that was just turning out for Sony, like the PS3 and some parts of the PS4 days when they just constantly been having hit after hit after hit. You talking about like 2016, 2017 where games were just coming out for the PlayStation 4 that was just beating up on Xbox, like in the gaming realm, the game releases anyway. This would be a no-brainer. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get this immediately, but there's nothing out there. And I'm looking at my PS5 and I'm like, that's still like a viable console right now. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna wait for the PS6. Unless if I find a way to get this at a significant discount, somebody buy it and then end up wanting to sell it for a cheaper price, or somebody buy it and I find it at a pawn shop that they pawned it or something, and I can get it for anywhere around, that $400 mark, I'll probably get it. But at $700, I just don't see it viable to do this. Now, I know people are thinking like, well, you're much of an enthusiast when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, I love tech because I got a whole bunch of consoles. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm just not about to buy something just to buy. I lost the plot when I bought the Xbox Series S. And that was fun. I enjoyed playing it. But at the end of the day, it felt so hollow and empty because the Xbox Series S kind of like the same is in the same boat that this PS5 Pro is in. It's not anything new for me to jump on and say, hey, I'm going to benefit from playing these games when I can also play it on my actual PS5. Or for that instance, a lot of these games are already on PC. And I have my PC right here. So it's like $700, even if I can get it, trade in my PS5 and, whatever the case may be, that sounds cool, but I think I'm just gonna hold off unless if I find something extremely, valuable, or if I find something a really good deal for it. So I think I'm just gonna pass on the PlayStation 5 and that's pretty much it. Let me fix this because my ticker is jacked up. Sorry, y'all. Doing a little bit of, I wanna capitalize that P right there. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just good on it. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let's talk about the Dreamcast next. Happy birthday, Dreamcast. I missed the birthday. It was 9/9/2024. Dreamcast is 25 years old. And I saw this on the internet where you can buy merch for the Dreamcast. You can get a hoodie, you can get a shirt, a skate deck, which I'm probably not getting a skate deck, which I think that's really cool, a hat, and a keychain, a coin. I may get at least 2 or 3 of these products. I think I'm gonna get the hoodie and probably the hat and the keychain. I think this was really neat. But one thing about the Dreamcast in general, y'all, I mean, look, it's 25 years old. It was an incredible console. It lived for about almost a year and a half, a little bit over 12 months. I mean, it started in 99.99 or back in 98 if you want to count Japan, and it was pretty much discontinued by the early parts of 2001. I want to say like March of 2001, and it was a great console. I got plenty of games for it, and I look back on it nowadays, and I'm thinking like, as great as this console was, I'm not sure if I really would be in a situation where I would recommend anybody to, collect for this console. This is a very niche console. It's a great console, has some of the greatest games in the world on it. And some of those games are now being ported to like newer consoles like the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4, where, the Marvel's Capcom collection, a lot of those games were on the Dreamcast, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. That was a lot of those games were pretty much Dreamcast games, and it's a wonderful thing. And there's a lot of other games on there that are great. Some of them been ported as well. Some of them are still exclusive, like GigaWing 2. GigaWing 2 needs to get a re-release somehow. GigaWing 1 is out there in the wild. You can get that through the Capcom arcade collection or something like that. I think that I can't remember where you can get all those games for like $199 or something. Like GigaWing is on there. But GigaWing 2 is locked to it. Even Zero Gunner made it out of there. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of games that's there. And I think it's great. If you're going to get into collecting for the Dreamcast, good luck. The consoles aren't that hard to get and they're very compact. But yeah, man, it kind of starting to get to that point where the Dreamcast is probably going to be one of those far off consoles that have great games, but the collect for it may not be. It's kind of getting to that Sega Saturn realm where you got to be crazy to try to start doing that. Those games are pretty expensive, and some of the Dreamcast stuff you don't see out in the wild that much anymore. So, it's just something to think about. Happy birthday, Dreamcast, and I still play it to this day. I got a Japanese and American one that I play from time to time. Great experience. Let's talk about the Crew Motorfest. The Crew Motorfest and the Crew 2, they're getting offline updates. So whenever the game is going away and it won't be, what you call it? Oh yeah, it won't be supported by the servers or whatever the case may be. You will still be able to play this offline. Now, it's a big debacle about the Crew not being, available once the servers went off. The first Crew is basically a paperweight. It's basically this right now. It's Concord basically. And with that being said, you just don't have a way to play it. I mean, I know there's been some petitions out there, some people trying to get into the game to play, but Ubisoft listed, even though Ubisoft got all these other issues going on with Star Wars and the new Assassin's Creed's coming out, and they just haven't had the best year, but this is some good fan service here. And with this being said, this is the type of stuff that if I'm not interested in the game, but I want to be interested, or I'll try to look into it. And after the first Crew, I really didn't get into the second or Motorfest. But stuff like this will make me want to purchase the game. Good behavior gets rewarded. When you do right by the customers, I have no problem with rewarding, buying the game, playing the game, because I do love racing games. And this would be one of the reasons why I would go and purchase this game, because, they did right, so I will look into this a little bit later and see how this plays out, because I would like to, purchase the game if they've done the right thing and did this for the fans. And, apparently that is the case, and that's going to be really cool to see. Last but not least, we're going to talk about Street Fighter 6, 4 million units sold. Is this good? Like seriously, cause I don't know. I mean, to me, I think Street Fighter is like one of the biggest, fighting, games in the world. Just the name itself is the most popular in my opinion. That Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Dead or Alive, but everybody knows Street Fighter. I guess 4 million units is a success because they're touting it, they're talking about it. But to be honest, I thought this game would have been probably about an 8-9 million, as much this game, how well it's done and how well it is, been perceived. A lot of people love the game. I like the game. I like playing it. But for some reason, it just seems like, okay, 4 million, thank you. They're happy about it. I guess the cost of the game didn't cost that much. For when you do get the 4 million units, you get a big profit. And not to mention all the DLC and all the other stuff, the season pass, still got to get, Terry, Mai, Bison, those new characters. Akuma was one of the new characters as well in season 1, I think. So I guess it did very well with the 4 million units. Me personally, I would have thought it had done double that because this game's just been talked about ever since it was released. Much better released than Street Fighter 5. And but nevertheless, I'm not knocking it. 4 million units is great. If they say it's great, I believe it. I just thought it'd have been a little bit more than that, but nevertheless, it's all good. I'm actually cool with that. But yeah. I thought this video was gonna be a little bit longer. I guess not. I'm only at 11 minutes. I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer than that. I will say this. I thank you guys for making it this far. I really, really would appreciate it. If you haven't already, check out my pickups video. I'm gonna have that link down in the description because that video was overshadowed by the whole PlayStation 5 Pro news. So check out my pickup video number 41. That video has a lot of pickups that I got from the GameStop Retro and also me picking up this game here. I got Concord, I got my own copy, and it is sealed. So I'll talk about that in that video as well. I'm going to get up out of here, and I'm actually probably going to play some of my PS5 Pro. Play the PS5 Pro. I'm probably going to play my PlayStation 5 and just kill some time for the rest of the day. Hopefully you guys have a rest of your day is going. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to get up out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.